Hello, good people. My name is Andre Batto. We're going to do an experiment today. I'm going to change the pickups in this 1960s classic Baja Tele that's behind me here. The original pickups had an American Vintage 52 in the neck and a 58 Tele bridge pickup. I'm going to swap those out for a Porter 9T in the neck and a Custom Tele in the bridge. The pickups from Porter came in this really cool tin. It's got the little Porter logo and everything on there. I thought this was really cool. It has all the specs, if you can see the specs on there on the back of the can. I'll let you know how they're wound. Came with a really cool Porter decal, and also came with a couple of these Porter business cards with some guitar picks in there. So I thought that was really neat. In the process of kind of picking these pickups, I contacted Porter and I spoke with Brian via email, and he was super duper helpful. I told him what I was looking to do, the pickup combination that I thought would work, and he said he thought it would be a great fix. And also he was super responsive, super duper quick, got the pickups really fast. It was really a pleasure to do business with them. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to play a track, and I'm going to do it with the original pickups and then with the Porter pickups, and we're going to see if we can kind of tell the difference between the two. And then I'm actually going to kind of set up the workbench, and I'm going to show you exactly how I wired in the pickups and put those in there. And so anyway, I hope this video turns out to be very informative. It works really well. It's a total experiment, so let's see what happens. First thing we have to do, because it's a Tele, there's a lot of extra work you have to go through, so to speak. We basically have to remove the whole bridge to replace this pickup, and basically remove this scratch plate to do that. So what I'm going to do right now is go ahead and take the strings off, and then we'll kind of continue this as we go. Alright, so we got our strings loose there. I'm going to go ahead and take the neck plate off kind of show you what's happening under there. And good thing, always put your screws and stuff that you take out somewhere where you won't lose them. Got those taken off, and you can see kind of on these older style or crafted type of teles, all the adjustments are under the pick guard. So with that being said, we need to kind of I'm gonna have to readjust the height and stuff of the new pickup. I know with the Porters, the magnets kind of come out a little higher than the original type of tele pickup with a cover, so that'll be a little guessing. We'll have to do some work with that, but get that set up right so the volume's balanced between the pickups. And so what we'll do is I'm going to try to use these same strings. Probably not a good idea, but we'll see what happens. Alright, so got our bridge loosened up, we got our neck pickup loosened up. It's still kind of tight because it's still soldered in there. So what we're going to do now is work towards the control plate. And what you really have to be careful of when you're messing with a lot of this stuff, I'm using a regular screwdriver. You can use a drill if you'd like. If it does slip, you can definitely mess up your finish, but that's totally up to you. And it's usually quicker with the drill, to be honest. But so what we're going to do now is we're going to unsolder the pickups. Now you can do a couple of different things. We need to take it off the grounds as well as the switch itself. With these pickups, they have all these reverse phasing and things like that you can do in the with the original configuration of this guitar, which I have unwired. So there's some extra wires in here, which on the Porter pickups there's only 2 wires. So you can either unsolder them or cut them. That's completely up to you. What I'm going to do is unsolder them. So what you want to do, it's a good idea, is to use a towel. You want to cover up everything so you don't get solder or burn up your finish on your guitar. And my iron has seen some better days. Honestly, it's a little wore out, but it still works. So that's our 2 pickup leads. The first one was the neck pickup here. This was the bridge pickup. And then these are the extra grounds that are coming, the leads from the pickups themselves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can unsolder them. Yes. Usually what I do is just cut this, but for video's purposes, I'll try to do it as best to serve you guys so you can see what's happening. So the rest of these wires that are on this control plate, this is your ground wire that's going to your jack. This is your hot wire that's going to the jack. So that kind of gives you an idea of what those wires are. The rest of these wires are from the pickups. So now what we're going to do, we should be able to, it's a little tight, should be able to get this out of here. These 2 are together, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that. So I can get those out of there. So this is our neck pickup removal. Basically just take the wires right out. So it should come out kind of like that. And our bridge pickup, I mean there's still these screws here, so what we're going to have to do is kind of lift this up and remove these. that loose, so we should better go ahead and take that out of there. I am noticing that this bridge does not use a ground wire underneath it. Usually we have that, but we shall see what will happen. So the first thing I guess we'll do, we'll just go ahead and put our bridge pickup in. What I was planning on doing is just go ahead and using the screws that are already in place. Let's see if these actually work here. So now we've got that in there. And there's our neck pickup. Now the bridge pickup, you saw we took the screws off of there. It comes with those screws. There also comes with some extras for the neck pickup, depending on how you mount it. We're going to go ahead again and try to utilize the same screws. So what we want to do is run our wires here through the cavity there into the control cavity. And what you want to try to do when you're putting these in there is kind of catch those little silicone the silicone tubing that's underneath there, surgical tubing, that really acts. Don't leave that out. That really is how you adjust the pickups. Just fell underneath there, so I'll have to get that out. When you're doing this too, it's important to use some screwdrivers that fit what you're doing very well. So Another thing you got to be careful of is not to over tighten. So you want to make sure it's tight and it's snug, but you don't want to strip out the wood. All right. So we got our bridge in place, we got our neck pickup in place. I'm going to leave this plate, the scratch plate, off right now, because what we're going to have to do is adjust these heights of this pickup a little bit later. So what we're going to do now is re-solder these. So what we're going to do, we're going to use, I'm always a little err on the side of caution when it comes to lengths. You can cut these to lengths if you would like to. I like to leave a lot of slack so I can get the plate off and on without any problems. Or if I want to, say, end up using these pickups in another guitar and have a little longer way to run the wires, it's always something to think about. So with these cloth wires, what you can cut it to fit, and then you can just pull the wire back a little bit. You always want to use some fresh solder when doing this. So what you want to do is make sure you heat up the part that you're going to put the wire to. Get a lot of good solder on there. Also on the wire itself. Make sure that's all there. Bridge pickup. That's the neck pickup. So this is the bridge pickup wire here. Do the same thing. And one of the things I'm really excited about with these pickups is when I talked to Brian, one of the things that I asked him, I said, when you put the pickups together in the middle position of the three-way, will it be noise canceling? And he said yes. And with a traditional single coil type pickup, it's always, in my opinion, it's nice to have at least one position if you're playing somewhere that at least you have at least a position that doesn't have any noise issues, or at least you can cut the noise out for, like say in between songs or tuning or some quiet passages you might be playing. Just kind of twisting these together. Just always kind of, I just think it comes in handy. Then we're going to put our ground wires together, and then we're going to solder those to ground here. All right. So we got our controls together. Stuff all the wires in there. Before we get too far, I'd like to check and make sure that everything is working. So I have one of these little Dan Electro honeytone amplifiers, and what I like to do is just kind of make sure that I got good connection, that the pickups are working before I get too far, and really put everything back together, and then discover I did something wrong or I got a bad solder joint or anything like that. So you can tell, you can hear the buzzing there. That's a buzz. Neck is a lot quieter in the between, and the bridge pickup. So seem to be working. So this should be both pickups. Should be just the neck pickup. Should be the bridge pickup. Volume, tone, volume, tone. All right. So good progress right there. So we'll go ahead and get the strings back on it and do some playing and kind of try to balance out the pickup settings. Alright, so we got the pickups in, I got the strings on, I got it tuned back up. And so what we're going to do now, I kind of, off camera, not to spend a lot of time doing this, but I kind of balanced out the pickup. So what I did was you got to be careful with the neck pickup. It's not too close to the strings where if you fret up high that the strings will actually fret out against the top of the pickup. So I'll start with the neck pickup, make sure that it's balanced about where I want it to be. Try not to be too close, because sometimes you get the magnets will kind of mess with the vibration of the strings themselves. So I went ahead and kind of worked with the neck pickup. Then also what I wanted to do is kind of make sure that the strings, for the most part, each string sounded balanced across. And then do basically the same with the bridge pickup. Then try to get the two pickups start raising the bridge pickup to start to kind of match the volume of the next pickup for the most part. And kind of get that together. So this is kind of what these pickups are. Actually, in my opinion, they're very different from the original pickups. They're a bit more aggressive, a little darker sounding, which is something I personally like. It's just the kind of like the neck pickup by itself. In between. Bridge pickup. Sound pretty good to me. We'll go ahead and get this scratch plate back on here, and then I'll go ahead and play the same tune using the Porter pickups. See you in a few. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is our video and installation and critique of the Porter pickups. Porter pickups. The 9T neck, Custom Tele bridge. So far, really enjoyed making this video. Really enjoy the pickups. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And again, have a great day. Hope to see you real soon. Goodbye.